welcome back. Let me just turn down the volume so I can hear myself speak a little bit more, perhaps. Alright, so I'm Multeyemeteor. This is the Crysis 3 beta. I just went offline from playing quite a bit of it, and it was originally I just wanted to try it out quickly, and that's yeah, that was my intention, but I ended up really liking it. It's still very confusing to me. It's one of the things is that the screen is so cluttered with visual impressions. Here you see me going, well, not that hand because I think I'm gonna die in a second. Yeah. If I don't get them with my shotgun, I pretty much die when they start closing in for the melee, because at this point, and still, I didn't get to set up my controls, so I knew where melee was. Well, eventually I found out where melee was, but it wasn't a button that I was used to, so I never really got around to meleeing, which kind of sucked. Anyways, I really like it, but you see, there's so many things going on the screen, and that's part of the charm, but it's also quite confusing to begin with. Also, the whole thing about being able to cloak yourself and so on is it adds a whole different dimension to what I'm used to. I played a bit of the first Crysis, never played Crysis 2. I did see gameplay footage of it quite a bit, but it's not. I'm really not very familiar with Crysis 2, so I'm not entirely sure what how it's different, how it's better, how it's worse. It does look really good in my eyes. As you can see, my specs aren't maxed out because the game is trying is a trial for my computer as it is. But I think it runs pretty well. Looks pretty good, runs pretty well, and it's a beta still. I'm sure that if you maxed it out and when the release is or when the finished version is released, it's gonna be looking much better even. So, yeah. Either way, it's a pretty cool game. Have absolutely not figured out like the basics of it here. You saw a cloaked enemy. You can kind of see the outline, especially up close. If it's an enemy, it's they have a red outline. If it's an ally, they have a blue outline. And I like the fact that when you jump, that they added this grab ability or this grab feature. Once in a while, you hear a metallic clanging sound, and that is my proximity detector, which shows or which tells me that there's an enemy close by, and the closer they get, the more adamant the sound becomes, or the crazier it becomes. You also see on the minimap there's a huge, like this walker type thing moving in on me. And see, when you don't hit them, and look at the guy's name. The guy should be kicked for having such a fucking stupid racist name. Anyways, I'm pretty not that high up on the scoreboards at this point. Can't really seem to get my game going, but eventually I do get. Oh, well, not now apparently. Did kill him, and because it took me 3 fucking shots to aim at him, this fool had a million years to get his shots down on me. So, all right, there's a guy, and he gets to melee me. So that's what I said originally. Like, it's so tough. If you don't have your melee down, you really have to get your shots on target, because melee is just like in Call of Duty. It's a bitch to deal with. All right, got a little kill there. One of the cool things about these walkers, never tried using them, because I don't really care, basically, or at least not for beginners. I want to see what it's like, this game is like as a shooter. But some people are really turned on by the fact that there's. Oh, there we go. Sean kills Jews. Well, I'm not a Jew, but I will defend the Jews just because they are people just like me. and don't like a racist son of a bitch, prick, dick, licking fucking bitch going after them with his stupid game tag. Yep. Did I get him? I think. But I think, what does this game add to the table? Well, it adds quite a few things, in my opinion. It's it adds a dynamic and a like, for example, in Call of Duty, which is the obvious comparison. There's a little bit of Battlefield to this game, but it's much more Call of Duty. It's much more fast-paced, much more. Oh wow! I think I accidentally pushed the jump button and ended up saving my ass. Instead of shooting after my opponent. Yeah, it is like, see, again, alright, that was pretty lucky. Again, it is quite different from Call of Duty, while Call of Duty being its closest competitor, perhaps also Blacklight Retribution. One of the cool things is that while Call of Duty is much more of a it's much less cinematic and narratively driven in its gameplay, and what I mean by this is that it is couldn't find my opponent. Oh, there he is. Oh, fuck you. There we go. Start running in circles to avoid the shots. You never know when they're coming, so as soon as you hear the clanging sound there... Oh, that guy didn't set off my proximity detector. Anyways, you see, this is just like... No, it's not like domination. It's much more like Hardpoint in Black Ops 2. In a sense, kind of like Headquarters, but then again not. You don't have to... Like, you're just in it for the points. It's much more like Hardpoint, yeah. So the areas move around on the map, and you have to... oh, second one. And once the drop, whatever is dropped, I'm not entirely sure, the pod or whatever. Oh, maximum radar. It's kind of like a VSAT or a Blackbird. Wow, get embarrassed. Yeah, you get these kill streak kind of things. I don't know who gets them, why we get them, how they're I know how they're activated, but that's about it. But I don't have too much insight into the game. I just jumped into it and just started playing and just really fell in love with it. Anyways, I think at this point I'm just gonna get raped a little bit by a guy called Tunfid, at least if he's Danish. If he's not Danish, he's called something that sounds a little less Danish and a lot more British, English, whatever. Tinfed. Wow. And the kill cams are ridiculously humiliating because, like aggravating, because you have to watch them. Throw a grenade because I think I'm playing Call of Duty. Why not? What I was saying was, yeah, you see these pods come down and you have to stay around them. Then they explode at some point. You have to get away from them, which adds a bit of dynamic to the hardpoint concept. Well, I kind of like that, not gonna lie. And the other game mode I've tried, which is also new, is a very, very cool game mode. It's kind of like Infected in Modern Warfare 3, which is... Well, I'll talk about that in a different video, because this video is coming to an end. Either way, yeah, I thought it was a decent gameplay, nothing amazing. Thanks for watching. I am... Well, let's just see. You get like a highlights reel here of your best accomplishments combat-wise. So apparently these were mine. Nothing to write home about. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm multeyemeteor. This was Crysis 3, the beta. Later.